Count Hajicek. See, he's here. See, got Joe. He says, now I got to go crucify poor Doug. Did he steal your puppy or something? Very possibly. I don't know. Don't know. Very possibly. Um, Mr. Lee says, hello, Lockbeard. Uncle Bones is here. Welcome as well. Tom Cruise, Scientology represented, says he's going to take the highway to a danger zone. Angel, welcome. Ernie, welcome. B. Lynn, hello. Oh man, his new movie. You think his new movie sucks? Mr. Hughes here, welcome. I went to chat, checking out again. Lots of highs, hellos. Michael Haywood, welcome. Joe says to Ernie, it is a common fact that coffee drinkers are sexier and live longer than non-coffee drinkers. I've never heard that one. Uncle Bones tools showing. Oh yeah, I guess he is a mod. Jay's here, welcome. Mr. Lee says to Jay that milkshake guzzling knucklehead is here. And the guy likes his milkshakes. Better than your lipstick? Does Michael Haywood wear lipstick? It's October 1st, 2022. Getting into that season where we got to keep an eye out for all the ghosts, the ghouls, the goblins, the vampires. A lot of vampires, figuratively attached to this subject. People that are utilizing it for their own gain who are not actually contributing. They try to act like they're contributing. And they'll jump all over you for saying anything because you're so-called creating division or whatever bullshit what they want to dream up. But the reality is if we don't chase these folks down and call them out, one by one, it's a grueling work, and they'll fight you tooth and nail a lot of the times. Then we'll constantly be muddied in that, just bogged down in that muck. This issue came up on Steve Cole's on Sunday. Somebody said they were talking about Rick Dyer, and basically this person was saying, just ignore Rick Dyer, and Steve Cole's was like, no, that's the wrong thing to do. You just let them run, they'll run. You got to constantly do battle with these people. And that's just all there is to it. And whether a lot of people realize, some of them you don't realize, some of them you don't realize. Some of them I don't realize until people start saying, look, think about this, look at this issue, check this out. And there's some, and they're among us, that we think are legit. I mean, we just had this issue kind of sort of with Patrick Vaughn. A lot of people thought he was legit, but then now he's been kind of run off. And, a lot of people didn't believe him from the beginning because of certain things he said, but some people thought, well, this guy might be legit. He's hanging out in some of the channels that we think of as legit that seem to be keeping things real, strictly science, strictly the facts as much as possible. But things came to a head, and now he's been run off and he's disappeared entirely. And I brought up on Squatch Talk in the chat the other day. Yesterday, last night. about how when I searched for this Patrick Vaughn person, I couldn't find anything. In fact, you can't find a person named Patrick Vaughn without the H in it. And of course, Pat confirmed that, yeah, that was not his real name. Well, so he made some extraordinary claims. We can't confirm his name. We can't confirm that he's actually a wilderness survival instructor. We can't confirm anything about him. He's not willing to stand up and give his real goddamn name. Like I have, like Pat has, like Joe has. You got our real damn names, and we don't have anything to hide. So that puts even more doubt, really, to me, because they can say, well, I need to hide who I am because blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's great and all. But, someone can still see your face. So your claim, so that makes me think, what was this person doing here? Why were they amongst the people that try to keep things logical? If you want to talk portals and all that shit, go talk to the woo side of Bigfoot. There's plenty of them out there. I was just looking. I've had a couple people send me videos, having to do with the dark water stuff. So, hey, whatever, dark waters and Vault and D and all that. They're having a tiff, I guess. But yeah, let me catch up chat real quick. We got grasshoppers here. Joe says, my milkshakes bring the voice to the yard. Jay Fritz says, Mr. Lee, I'm not the only knucklehead here. Pine Island says, hello to everybody. Welcome to the chat, everyone. Donald says, holy crap, Darkwater's doing something good for the community. Well, look, they're just like any dysfunctional group. They're going to turn on each other at some point. Look at the woke tards. Every so often they'll have a resurgence of even getting more extreme wokeness, and then they'll attack the other ones because you're not woke enough, and then they just keep stepping it up, and fracturing more and more. So, yeah. I just mentioned that. Grasshopper says, "You crypto weirdos." Yeah. B-Lin says, "Okay, no drama. Wait till I get back in a few minutes." Well, I don't think there's need for any drama. I'm going to say, I think some people were getting it's telling how freaked out it seemed, because getting messages from multiple people saying you shouldn't do this. But I can tell you, for every message I got saying don't do it, I got messages saying I'm glad you're doing it, so on and so forth, because there's some bullshit here that really needs addressed. And no one's going to do it because we got, this case here tonight is someone who, does the whole, plays the nice guy. So he's this really nice guy, and everyone's, don't want to say things like, it's kind of like the story they tell you, you think Satan's going to be an asshole when he tries to convince you to be evil, to do something bad. No, he's going to sidle up. He's going to shake your hand and smile. He's going to be nice, and he'll convince you to do bad things. Uncle Bone says, Lockbeard, Michael's avatar at one time was a dog sitting up in a chair, and his lipstick would show sometimes. Oh, gotcha. That's a shame. I could give a flying two-shoot fuck about that. Yeah. Squatch said he walked away. He was not run off. Well, okay. I mean, I'm not saying that you did. I'm just saying that because, like, I look at it when someone blocks you, because, like, he blocked me. He blocked. I mean, why the fuck did he block me? I wasn't even coming at him hard. And so that's running off. To me, on the internet, when he's blocking people, you're running like a little bitch, and that's what he did. That's what he did. If he's got to block people because he can't face the scrutiny, even people that weren't even coming at him hard, he ran off like a little bitch. But no, I'm not. I'm not. I don't mean to suggest that that you did, unless that's what you want to say you did, you know. But welcome to the chat, Pat. Grasshopper says, prefer this name for the internet. It's too dangerous out there now. Yeah. Hello, Batmom. Welcome. Lil Kilroy says, I smell trolls. There's probably some trolls around. There probably are. I'm sure Cosmic Kitty will step in at some point. Yeah, Joe says I haven't blocked anyone except the porn bots. Yeah, same here, you know. And, you know, even though I've gone ahead and got some mods over here, it's so I don't have to jump over to YouTube and deal with those stupid porn bots. But, you know, I try to make sure everyone understands, like, we don't block people for just having their free speech. They can come in here and call me an asshole if they want to, but I mean, I'm going to laugh at them half the time because, you know, their opinion doesn't mean shit. So Donald says, block me because I wanted to see data over a knock equation. Yeah, and that's just one of the, I mean, it just kept adding up. You know, I've had so many encounters. I've got the equation for the knock. I've seen Bigfoots fucking or giving birth, whichever one it was. Which I got something for that tonight. You know, just kept having and getting it on top of the cloaking Bigfoot claim. So it just added up to, okay, this guy's full of shit. This guy's full of shit. So, you know, what was he doing here? He was probably, you know, what was he doing here? He said, well, I'm here for awareness and so people can know, blah, blah, blah. But he's, you know, or is this guy another government misinformation agent? Because I think those people are lurking about here, trying to get people going down the wrong path, and that's part of my problem with our person of interest tonight, right? Sending people down that wrong path, wasting tons of their time, getting them thinking, you know, fulfilling a fantasy and making it seem like it's legit because you present things in what seems like a scientific documentary style type thing, but you didn't actually prove shit. It was kind of like the Ancient Aliens TV show. Like, that got a lot of people actually believing that ancient aliens had to be responsible for all that shit. When the actuality is anything that they provided that was evidence of some kind was only evidence that somebody did all that stuff. There was not one piece of evidence, not one, that could be confirmed to be evidence that aliens did shit on this planet in that entire TV show. So what's more logical? I mean, so now since we, you know, it's probably the humans, right? It's probably humans. Humans probably did all that shit. I think they're selling humanity short when they're trying to think that humanity couldn't have done any of that shit. Of course they could have done that shit. We've been capable of civilization for so long. We've been in, you know, advanced enough for so long that we could have had 10 civilizations rise and fall by now during that period of time. Because this one didn't take long. So, yeah. Damn, the chat is flying. Dogs and females. What happened last time? Evening Vogue says Prairie Fire. Welcome, Prairie Fire. Joe says if someone doesn't like me, which I can't imagine, that's okay. Everyone has an opinion. Ruthless says, quote, he's full of shit, Lockbeard. Yeah, welcome, Ruthless. Cut of your job. Thank you, man. Donald says, Lucky, you got to play the video I found to prove the Bigfoot birth. The what video? What video? I think I'm missing something here. Damn, they saw you talking about that one with the cat, big cat making a bunch of noise. Damn, this autocorrect is ruthless. Squatch Talk says LMS was good for the subject, and I can back that up. LMS. I don't know what that is. I guess I'm not catching the the initials there. Good day down there in Australia. Australia. So, and okay, of course, some of you, I mean, you guys saw that I didn't react well to Pine Island going over there. Um, so, you know, I don't know how much I'm gonna reveal surrounding, like, I mean, because look, there's some people that have some reservations about that channel, and I'm not going to go into that tonight. I don't want to. Um, but it just seemed to me that Pine Island was amongst the legit channels and was getting soaked up over there, and they tell me that it was his idea to join forces and do all that over there. So, um, but I don't want to dig into that right now. Legend meets sciences, but man, I don't know. I don't know. Even if it was, did the creators care about that? You know, Queensland, down in Queensland. Gary says, "Oh, the king is here." Yeah, I said it. LOL. Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson says he tells it how's it is. Daily Ann says, "Left my ass. What the f thumbnail?" Perry Fire says, "It's all about the brand, people." Yeah. Um, yeah. 38 in chat. What's going on? Stirred up a hornet's nest, I guess. Joe says, "I like Jeff and I like Doug, and again, everybody has their opinion and don't always agree with mine. That's okay. Always has been," says Prairie Fire. "You rub some people wrong, Lucky." Every other week, man. You'd have to ask the creators. LMS was based on Dr. Meldrum's book, Legend Meets Science. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, because in that case, like, it's just like what I've suggested about a lot of these people. They associate themselves with individuals that seem legit to suck off some of that legit off of them. You know, so the people you are using, like, basically, if Jeff Meldrum is legit, then they were just using him, you know, because they know a bunch of people consider him to be legit. So they gotta use him now. They have no choice. If they get someone else besides him, nobody's gonna know who they are, you know, as far as when it comes to footprints. But so I think that's probably the only reason they used him. You know, they didn't. They're besides footprints aren't the footprints. I mean, the information's already out there. The footprints aren't getting us any closer to discovery. And like, and I was trying to find this clip from because I remember the other night, and other people remember this, but when we went back and watched, we couldn't find it. But that Steve Cole's saying also that someone involved with finding Bigfoot, where they didn't ever find Bigfoot, actually like confided in him or told him that 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 they were not the the plan is never to find Bigfoot, right? The plan is just to act like they're trying to find Bigfoot, make it convincing, you know, and have a show search because you know people like this is why the History Channel, the Discovery Channel, all these channels like this, like half time sometimes there's shit on History Channel that ain't history. There's shit, you know, they have to come up with the mockumentaries like the mermaid bullshit and the dragon bullshit because they need some shit to sensationalize and get people interested because they're only about making money. They're not keeping their channel pure. They're utilizing the Bigfoot community for profit. That's all they're doing. But they will never ever find anything. Even if they did find something by accident, they wouldn't give it to us because they make more money off of people, watching getting all spooked and what about this and never knowing and keeping the mystery alive. They do not want this revealed because there goes their profit. Because once you discover Bigfoot, you're down to nature documentaries now, right? Because now we can go and observe them and make regular documentaries, and people will be like, okay, whatever. And that's what'll happen. That's what'll happen. And they don't want to do it. And so all these people that are involved, the people that get to go on TV, they know this. They know this damn good and well. Cheddar Mars tells AAA and the Hail to Argo. I don't know, Donald. It's some weird ass shit. Yeah, he was. I would just suggest to him be careful who he associates with. Because they're just using him if he's legit. Now, some people have some doubts about his legitimacy. Some people have some doubts about Jeff Meldrum's legitimacy. I think I have a little bit myself. Man, I know he's. Now, I don't know. Yeah. I think that's going on all over the place too. Joe says, like, you mean how like Tante tried to use John Bitter and Eagle's legitimacy? Yeah, they'll latch on and like it's like, yeah, we got this crazy person involved and that crazy person involved, but then we got this guy here. He's a legit scientist, and so it's going to make us seem like we're legit, right? Grasshopper says, if they found Bigfoot, the show would end. Never been about really finding it. Yeah. Jeff says it was my idea to create a network, 7 different shows over 7 nights on one channel. I mentioned it. Doug started a channel network. I moved my show to reach more people. My show hasn't changed. Pat says, Squatch, you're conflating things if you're going to talk about the entertainment industry and Bigfoot. I'm saying the entertainment industry is always trying to infiltrate the people, the side of things where people are trying to keep things legit. So like if Untold Radio, which is an obvious haven of a bunch of woo and bullshit and nonsense over there, tried to get me to bring my channel over there, my answer would be fuck no. Absolutely fuck no. I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'll sit over here and do my thing, try to be looking for the real truth, because I know they're not fucking looking for it. They're gonna spin some bullshit. There's some dogman bullshit going on over there, and it's just orbs and whatnot. And I'm not saying that orbs ain't real in that case, but last night on Joe's channel, I think Leon was talking about Earth lights and stuff like that, and how there's this electromagnetic phenomenon. Just why do we got to jump back to right to spirits and it comes out of Bigfoot's ass or some whatever bullshit they're trying to spin? I know it's not exactly that, but why they got to jump right to it's just a magical thing? Why can't they just say, look, it's just energy and light and magnetism and stuff like that. Top notch encounters. Grasshopper says TV always has to fill in the stuff with crap. Yeah. They gotta sensationalize it. They gotta, get people all freaked out and spin all this bullshit. And, like Monster Quest, they did Bigfoot a lot of times, but then they did some other bullshit. Loch Ness, everybody pretty much knows Loch Ness is bullshit. Come on. Dogman, bullshit. It's bullshit. Sorry, Donald A. Clicked off that. He says, I don't know, but Hajicek claims a lot of out of any sane person's logic about orbs constantly at his house or butter on his car. Yeah. Yeah. Something took a shit on his car. He has video evidence that that's a big nothing burger. Yeah, absolutely. Ruther says, got a bail Lucky, got to drag Scotty out of bed. What has barbecue late night party? Man, the chat is just out of control. You have a good night too, man. Squash Talk says, wow, so much to unpack here. Chessboard saying hello to everybody. Welcome, Chessboard. Snorkel Gear. Raptor says, hello, everyone in chat. Hope you're having a good Saturday and Sunday, depending where you're at. You too, Raptor. Jay says, got everything picked up, cleaned up, mold, but tired. Looks like Jay's surviving the. Squash Talk says, look, man, you're claiming to read Doug's mind, and that's not fair. You can't read minds. I'm not saying I read his mind. I just see what he's doing. I'm just saying, based on what he's doing, I'm not pleased. Not pleased at all. And that's just where I'm going to be at. I know a lot of people want to believe in Doug so much, but I'm calling bullshit. I'm just calling bullshit. Michael says, just it wasn't nearly as bad here as other places. Mr. Lee says, Monster Quest rubbish. Yeah. Just sensationalize every freaking mod. I mean, they even had one about big hogs. Okay, there's a big fucking hog. So that Monster Quest, is that worthy of Monster Quest next to Bigfoot? You got Bigfoot, and there's a big hog. Holy shit. Because they were running out of ideas. And that's what, and then they got, of course, the show ended, and then they went to like Finding Bigfoot, right? Because they needed to get some goofy shit going on. They need to get some reality TV bullshit going on. They got next level. Because it's all about the viewers. If they're on TV, it's all about the viewers. Joe says, Earthlight sounds more plausible to me than spirit or magical Bigfoot to explain what Molly and I saw. Yeah, but see, these people, there's so many people that want to jump right past the logical conclusion and go right to a bunch of bullshit. So these people that make these ridiculous mockumentaries, because I don't even want to call them a documentary, are actually, feeding into these delusions and giving us a big mess to deal with. People believing in a bunch of shit without any evidence whatsoever, not real evidence. And now we're stuck here. We're trying, we don't know who to trust. We're on the line trying to figure out who can we trust, and whose accounts can we trust. You've got to find out what they actually believe, even though they might tell a story that sounds legit. You got to find out what they actually believe. Brandy says, listening and cooking. Awesome. Donald says, I liked Monster Quest till the rock throwing where the command come from to hit the cabin with rocks. What? Command. Where to the command come from to hit the cabin with rocks? Oh, Mr. Lee wants to talk food. Mr. Lee, Brandy don't want to hear about your keto tonight. Mr. Hughes says, so did you get that cream for Uncle's feet? What the hell? Jay, I got your milkshake. Come right up, though. Brian Chewy's here, says, listening and driving. Hello, chat friends in Lockbeard. Welcome, Brian and Chewy. Donald says, did I got a better about proof? What the fuck? Got to be better about proofreading. Back in chat soon. Pat says, no, Lock, you're making your case based on mind reading powers. I'm not here to represent anything or anyone. Just fairness on both sides. Yeah. Tried to pump my. Joe says, TV is just TV. I don't get my pennies in or not. Yeah, but see, the TV, because the TV's coming here. When they fail over there, and they rightfully fail, they start coming over here, and I'm like, okay, no. go fail. So let me go through my slides because we kind of hit on some stuff. Initially, I don't want to do fucking debate, man. I'm going to say what I want to say, and then if other people want to respond elsewhere, they can. They can respond in the chat. I don't want to do a fucking debate. You could come on. Why won't you ever get on, Mr. Lee? Chessboard saying hi to Brandy. Besides, the damn computer, like, I don't know if you can hear the fan, but it's running hard, so I can't. Well, I mean, you saw it last time where, like, y'all were saying I was pixelating or something. So, Mr. Lee says no. Okay, Mr. Lee. Maybe says hi, Chess. Squatch Sock says Lock should just do a show. We'll deal with it afterwards. Oh, shit. Brian Chewy. Angel said hi to Brian. Hogzilla. Yeah, man, what the fuck? Hogzilla. There's some big hogs in the woods, yes. 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 And they're just hogs. Just versus Lockbeard term I have not heard anyone use when talking Bigfoot is subterranean. Why? Because there's no evidence. Zero. Absolutely none. There's some people try to make that claim, but there's just none. Like, you can't even reliably and repeatedly absorb it in this proper observe it in a proper manner. So how can anyone talk about where they live? Like, you don't have any evidence of where they live. You can't see them go underground. You can't show that they've a place where you can confirm they've been underground. There's none of that, but you got people out there claiming it. Yeah, you got people out there claiming it, and there's just no proof. Jay says, be back later. Sonic's finally open, footlong chili dog and chocolate milkshake. Here I come. Man, Jay, you can't be eating that stuff. That stuff's horrible for you. Oh, shit. Yeah. So after Brandy says, I have a question. Everyone talks shit on most Bigfoot productions on TV. Why is Doug different? Respectfully asking, I don't watch any Bigfoot shows. Just seems like people play favorites. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, that's one of my issues is that Doug Hajicek seems to be getting a free pass. People will talk a lot of shit on Matt Moneymaker, but they'll give Doug Hajicek a free pass, and I don't know. What the deal is there. Donald says, Mr. I decided to go co-host a whole show with Lockbeard before I tell my story. Oh, man. Mr. Lee co-host a whole show, huh? I don't know how it's going to work out. Green Paul says, hey, jumping on after cleanup. All right, we'll see you in a little bit, Green Pauls. What's up, Prairie Fire? Said Doug has many ties in the Bigfoot community, mostly with influencers. Yeah. Angel says all Bigfoot shows on TV are just entertainment to me. I don't see much truth in any of them. Yeah. I don't think you're going to find it. Just just like I mentioned a while ago, that again, I couldn't find the clip. I was hoping to find the clip where Coles said that he was told that they were not to find it. It's not. It ends the show. It ends the show. Mr. Lee says, Donald, you said you were a man of your word. If I went on Moog's show, you would tell your encounter. JT's here. Welcome. Says, Moneymaker is a know-it-all. Doug is asking questions. He's open-minded. Raptor says, at Angel, that is the truth. Purely entertainment, and that's what Doug is doing. Ernie says, there's nothing new in the Bigfoot world. Donald says, yeah, but Mr. Lee, you hardly talked. Yeah, you didn't talk very much, Mr. Lee. You did not talk very much. I tried to organize some of my thoughts on the matter. Not really even talking about his network over there in this. It's more about the stuff outside of it. But Hajicek has a long career in the entertainment industry, in part making TV shows aimed at dramatic presentation of cryptids. These shows mix Bigfoot in with nonsense like Dogman, Mothman, and the Loch Ness Monster, thus showing they are not serious about finding the truth about Bigfoot. Just entertainment. I don't think anyone could deny this out there. They present as if they are seriously pursuing the subject, but do you really believe that? The result of these shows is that believers in Bigfoot are potentially sent on an extremely incorrect path and could waste years of their lives on some nonsense they were exposed to on these ridiculous shows. As for the non-believer, TV shows such as Doug Hajicek's Monster Quest simply make a mockery of the subject, supporting the idea in their minds that one who believes in Bigfoot is crazy or a liar. Although in these regards, Monster Quest itself is a joke when compared to Finding Bigfoot, which is objectively one of the stupidest Bigfoot shows of all time, causing great damage to the subject. Hajicek would have you believe he has been involved with real investigation or even scientific research of Bigfoot and other paranormal phenomena. He would have had access to resources far beyond what your average Bigfoot investigator has, and yet somehow failed to prove its existence. If Bigfoot is truly real, then it can certainly be observed by anyone with adequate resources. But as we all know, if Bigfoot is discovered, then the gravy train for all of these shows is over and real science must begin. Science is difficult and largely boring to viewers, but the sensationalized search for a mysterious beast is far more exciting. We also know that the entertainment industry is used for government propaganda and brainwashing. This leaves many people believing that none of these shows will ever find solid evidence of Bigfoot or much of anything else on purpose. Many of us remember Steve Calls confirming that he was told as much in regards to Finding Bigfoot. Since the rise of YouTube creators, the entertainment industry has been forced to compete with us. This means you're not stuck with only what they allow on TV. You can bypass the gatekeepers and the brainwashing and get what you really want. You don't have to settle for their garbage anymore. And they are not happy about this. More people watch independent creators now than mainstream trash in many genres. Many of you who are interested in cryptids no longer watch the shows on TV. You're coming to the internet to find people who are sincere and not just using the subject to get money with marching orders to not find any solid evidence. We recently talked about this nut job and G4 TV, which is toast for this very reason. And this is part of the reason why Doug Hajicek is on YouTube these days. He sees the fact that people are failing on the ridiculous reality TV show nonsense that he has been pushing as documentaries for years. And so he has weaseled his way on one after another independent YouTube shows, trying desperately to suck up their viewers. It's hard to be entirely certain of his purpose. Is he just in it for the profit, or is he a government misinformation agent? Whether he is trying to create a false narrative for nefarious reasons or profit, that does still appear to be what he's doing. It's associated with ridiculous crap like Monster Quest, the Bigfoot alien connection reveals, Giganto, the real Kong, Sasquatch legend and science, modern monster mysterious encounters, all trying to play on your fantasies and blur your reality. Sure, he filmed the first giant squid in its natural environment, but it isn't like he discovered it. We already knew it was there. He's credited with building the camera system that allowed him to film it. What'd he do? Duct tape a camera to an anchor? Okay, that's a little bit of a joke, but and yes, he is credited with filming the birth of black bears in the wild for the first time, and I'm sure they were very cute. The fact is, placing a camera in a den where you know it is going to happen and just waiting is really not that impressive, and probably hadn't been done before because no one cared, as long as they grow up so that we can shoot and eat them. Besides, any third-generation tracker can find a bear's den and stick a camera in it. While yes, he is free to get on YouTube, but we are also free to criticize him, moving into our lane, where we had the chance that his entertainment industry cronies would never have given us. Like G4 TV, these controlled narrative reality TV bullshit mockumentaries need to just lay down and die, and those who are truly after the truth will take over. Hajicek is just one of the millionaire parasites sucking money away from the subject. But he seems to be getting a free pass to suck the subject dry while never actually proving anything. We who want the truth must shout them down, and the networks that are gatekeeping the truth, they make far more money on this crap than they will from the normal nature documentaries of Bigfoot. They don't want it discovered. And when the time comes that discovery happens, they will try to claim some credit for it. We must call them out for this fraud now. They are standing in the way of discovery, and they must not be allowed to take any credit for it when it finally happens. So that's everything I put into that. Certainly there's a lot more that could have gone into it, but this is, again, this guy's a millionaire. He has had the benefit in the past where he didn't really have to compete with YouTube creators as much, but it's getting to be a bigger and bigger thing. These people are having to compete with us. He's seeing the writing on the wall and coming to YouTube. Totally free to do that, but can't bitch when we start pushing back. And I just see him weaseling his way, like I said, on all these channels, and he needs to go away. I mean, he's of the past. He did not accomplish anything. He's got tons of money at his disposal, and he couldn't find Bigfoot. So, whatever. He's talking to all these people that are supposed experts. I even, look at fucking Survivor Man. Look at him. He tried to siphon off of this community, because people are getting bored with his survival show. I guess maybe his numbers are down. I haven't seen his numbers. I can only guess. Why would he all of a sudden? I know he had his excuse for it, but what's his real reason? The only reason they do any of that shit that they do on TV is they're after money, or sometimes they're pushing an agenda. I think this is a combination of the two, though. I think that they want to control the narrative about Bigfoot. They want people wasting their time believing in a bunch of hocus pocus nonsense instead of actually getting down to the just the science, just the logical conclusions. They don't want people they want you believing in fucking portals and cloaking and telepathy and all this crazy shit surrounding Bigfoot. And so to help prevent you from finding it. So, I just saw a clip. Someone posted a video earlier. They're out there hooting at the fucking woods. Well, they learned that from these goddamn shows. They learned that from these goddamn shows. Finding Bigfoot being one of the prominent ones, right? Kids have Bobo. I'm sure Bobo's a nice guy, right? People say he's a nice guy. He's a big old boy. But it just seems to me, I've said this before, he's a big old boy. Maybe he is a Sasquatch. Maybe he had mange and they abandoned him and then someone found him and raised him. And now he's a grown-ass Bigfoot with mange who's desperately seeking his people. And that's why he, hoots and hollers and makes mating calls at the woods all the time now. You got tons of people out there hooting at the woods for fucking Sasquatch. No. And then there was that whole thing with the fucking fluorescent fucking flying squirrels and shit. Not evidence of shit. Not evidence of shit that has to do with Bigfoot. But it was getting attached to Bigfoot. So now we got Bigfoot. It farts or orbs. It jumps through portals. It come from an alien planet, and it's covered in flying fucking squirrels. Fuck. Holy shit. All right, let's I'm sure the chat's full of all kinds of fucking shit, so let's go. Mr. Lee says, Donald, that's because I was shitting bricks. Shitting bricks. Brandy says, so what, he still did it. Proud of you, Mr. Lee. Yeah, glad Mr. Lee finally got on camera. Hopefully he goes forward to do the England Bigfoot report. I've been informed by Mr. Lee that you do not call him British. That's offensive to them. But I think Mr. Lee understands that people in America are kind of stupid about that stuff. We don't really know anything about that stuff. So yeah. I think I might have been the one that first used the phrase British Bigfoot report. So I'm going to try to do my part to get that changed to the England Bigfoot report, or we could call it English Bigfoot. But if you say English, a lot of people are going to think of the English language. So probably should specifically say England. But it's your Bigfoot report, man. Green Paul says, Mr. Lee, I was lurking. I thought you were great. Not easy. Is Doug Croatian? I don't know, man. Is he? Going to write it and have Locke read it. Donald says, you don't want to tell your story in person? Mr. Lee says, Green Paul, thank you. I'm not Ipsis by no means. Shit. JT says, Mr. Lee, I missed the show you went on Mogs. Which show was that? It was last week on Thursday, I think it was. I think it was last week on Thursday. So 9 days ago. Joe says, at my age, after doing this for so long, I can't get all flustered by stuff. I can talk about it, and I do that for entertainment, but my actual search for answers isn't done for entertainment. Yeah. Think of from Venus. A big part of my problem, because those people are controlling the narrative. Like, they're not going to let someone go on there and just be straight up logical like some of us want them to do, right? They got to push some sensational bullshit and make it seem spooky, and they'll say, oh, we can't find this thing. And I don't believe for a second that they can't find this thing. Someone with those kinds of resources can find any goddamn animal on the planet if they want to at this point. We have the technology to find anything on the goddamn planet that's real, right? So when they tell me they couldn't find Bigfoot, I'm going to call bullshit on that. I think that's bullshit. I think that they could find it just fine. They just don't want to. And maybe they did. Maybe they did. They just don't show us that part. You know, and maybe they really want to, and the government doesn't let them do it. I don't know. But I still kind of blame you for that, because you should ignore the goddamn government and find a way to get the knowledge to the people. Brandy says, I understand, Miss Lee. I have yet to hop on Moke's show myself. I'd love to. That's a lot of people. Well, yeah, but Mr. Lee, there's a lot of electrons between you and them. They're many miles away. Donald says, Green Paws, I have anxiety. Bad talking about it. Fantastic. Dan says, oh my God, I'm just way too stoned to think this deep right now. You're not old yet. That one says, Brandy, come on now. Jumping on multiple people is behind us now. We are adulting. Yeah, we're adulting. If we're adulting, I mean, yeah, this is just a bunch of bullshit. I am sick of it. I'm sick of the documentary people, and I'm sick of them trying to act like they're relevant in this community here. They're not relevant to me. They're the bullshit artists that had control of the narrative on TV for years and got to spin it the way they wanted to spin it, and we didn't have a voice. And people who wanted to see something different didn't have no way to really get to that. They saw that and said, well, that looks like a bunch of bullshit and hocus pocus. I need the real deal. I saw some shit, and you guys aren't helping me figure out what the fuck it was. Now they have the option on YouTube. So when these assholes come off of TV because their shit's failing over there, people don't want to see their bullshit anymore. They're sick of it. They're like, look, we've been looking at your dumb shit search for Bigfoot shows for decades, and you ain't found shit. That's not an accident. I don't believe for a second it's an accident. So they're coming to us. And so when you bring your shit to YouTube, it's open season on you motherfuckers. I'm calling y'all you're full of shit. Everyone out here, or well, a lot of people out here are calling your shit bullshit. And so don't cry when we come at you, because we are. You're in our space now. We're going to say something about it. Go hang out with your Hollywood buddies. They're all crying because people don't want to watch their movies and shit as well. And their stupid, ridiculous fucking woke ass TV shows and shit. We're sick of their shit. We're sick of this shit. And we know y'all are gatekeeping. You're gatekeeping what kind of entertainment we can get, and you're gatekeeping what kind of information, actual facts we can get. Your documentaries aren't worth this shit anymore. There is not. I mean, half the time you turn on, like, does this look like there was someone the other night that was saying, I thought who was that? Somebody that thought the dragon documentary, did they discover that dragons are real? And of course it wasn't. It wasn't, but it's presented like it's goddamn real. The mermaid shit. It's not fucking real. But people don't want to watch their bullshit anymore on TV. They're like, and they want to make more money, so they sensationalize the shit. People are like, oh shit, dragons, and because they have these fantasies about dragons, and so a bunch of people watch that dumb shit. You're better off just go reading a fantasy book if you like dragons. Go read a fantasy book, or watch movies. Watch that old Dragon Slayer movie. That's cool. I mean, I think they did really fucking good considering the time that they did that movie. They made that look pretty goddamn good. But yeah, I mean, it's just and you assholes with these TV shows, Discovery Channel, History Channel, Animal Planet, all you fucks. If you're gonna make you need to get someone better to like to write and direct your shit, right? Because the way, like, I could have given you some far more believable and far cooler ideas about how something that functions like a dragon could have evolved, and because that was some ridiculous bullshit. I mean, they had a dragon living in an ice cave, for fuck's sake. Whose idea was that shit? Seriously. Raptor says that, Brandy, when are you going to do another live show on your channel? You said you were, but I haven't seen anything. Just asking. Cold water. Oh, Mr. Lee, why are you being mean to Mr. Dan? Green Paul says, Donald, you might feel anxiety, but trust me, I really doubt that you are different from the rest of us. We all feel that way. You have shown a strong voice in chat, so don't let anyone. That mom says, Brandy, we should do a show tonight. I'm kidless tonight. Lee, you're buzzkill. Green Paul says, tell you that isn't how you would be on channel. Huh? Are you talking about Mr. Lee? How he would be if he got on Working Den? Do it, Brandy. And Bat Mom says, Uncle Bones. Mr. Lee, did you over keto today? Says Bat Mom. Mr. Lee, I might have actually stayed keto today, I think. 41 or 42 grams of the bad stuff, Mr. Lee. Is that good enough? Speaking of me, I feel like it's entertainment. Well, it might be entertainment to some extent. I was able to throw music on it, so I did. Mr. Lee says, I love squid to eat with lemon. Donald says, Green Paws. I tried telling my brother and started hyperventilating and about passed out. Green Paul says, so trying to catch up. Why is Lockbeard curating a musical orchestrated takedown of the Monster Quest giving guy living in Minnesota? What did I miss? I don't like those fuck, I just blanked out for a second. I don't like any of those documentaries. I think every single one of those people are guilty to some extent of gatekeeping. They have the resources. They can't tell me they don't have the resources to find evidence of Sasquatch if they're real, right? I'm pretty certain they're real. I believe that people like Jay Fritz and Satch Joe actually did see, and they got a real good logical encounter. It doesn't go into the realm of woo with orbs flying out their ass and shit. So if they are real, then evidence can be found. If you got adequate resources that these people would have had, then you should be able to find it. So since they did not find it, the only conclusion is they chose not to, or they're not allowed to. And if you weren't allowed to, you need to just fucking tell people. Grow a set and fucking tell people. Nice big set, grow it. Tell the government to fuck off. The government's liars and criminals and scumbags. So, one way or another, they failed. They failed, and I'm sick of their bullshit. And they're coming over in the YouTube space for their channels now, and then acting all bitch because someone has something to say about it. Well, I got something to say about it because I've seen this shit for years. For decades, we've had the same goddamn shit. No progress. So they're a failure. So they should be berated at the very least for just fucking failing. Yeah, it looks like somebody tried to take us down there. Perhaps. But I'm back. Mr. Lee says Patrick Vaughn did audition for Naked and Afraid, though. He says. For that, I give him credit. I wouldn't give him any credit, man. We can't confirm anything that he said, and he said a bunch of bullshit that I think most people would agree is probably a goddamn lie. Patrick Vaughn, I suggest you come out of the woodwork, stop hiding, unblock everybody that you blocked, stop being a bitch, and actually prove some of the bullshit that you claimed. I think he was too goddamn secretive. Probably a government misinformation agent who failed at his job because we eventually figured him out and started giving him some shit, and then he ran away crying. Grasshopper says, stick with individual YouTube channels of your research. TV is a waste of time. Yeah. Greenpaw says, how is this guy sucking money from anyone? He's on YouTube and has very few subscribers. What am I missing? I don't have skin in the game. That's the problem. Like, I have very few subscribers, but he's coming in, so he's been jumping on people's shows, and there appears to be some, people are gathering around, joining his channel. So he's trying to gather up all the viewers to him because, I don't, again, and Pat's right. I can't read his mind. I don't know the exact reasons why he's doing it, but that means he's going to be sucking people away from viewing channels that are going to keep shit legit, which are very few. And they're getting smaller, it seems. If I feel like it's getting smaller every day. It's getting smaller every day. What channels are actually keeping shit legit? At this point, I might even not be able to go beyond the number of fingers I got, minus the fucking thumb, even. But, yeah, that means if he's slowing down to some extent, he'll be slowing down the growth of some YouTube channels, and because they're sucking in, because this guy did Monster Quest, he might know a thing or two. No, he don't know fucking shit. Did they find shit? No. Like I said earlier, he didn't find anything that we didn't know already existed, right? I mean, you can go put a camera in a pigsty and see some pigs being born. Yeah, we know some pigs are born out there. Probably most people don't film that shit, but we, ain't like we didn't know black bears gave birth. Ain't like he was going to go discover, oh shit, they lay eggs. I mean, these are some accomplishments, okay, but they have precisely dick to do with a Bigfoot, and they're not tremendous feats of science. They're just not. You discover Sasquatch, then maybe, but it's just funny. I see that those things credited to him. I'm like, well, okay, that's great and all, but he's not really a scientist. He's an entertainment person. He's a director. He's a writer. To some extent, an actor. I would call it an actor, because he's acting like he's doing this shit, and I'm not buying it. So I'm just not buying it. These people have resources. If Sasquatch is real, they should have found him. We got, our technology is too great. We got people out here, and this is this should be offensive to a lot of your investigators out there who are on YouTube, and they're trying their best with very limited funds. You got fucking Hajicek over here with plenty of resources. He's a multimillionaire, and he's here to suck the viewership away from those channels, those investigators who could use the growth and the money. That's probably, some of it's going to go away to Hajicek, right? Because everybody thinks he's legit. When in reality, the people are actually going to try and find Bigfoot are the ones the money should be going to. Not to the guy who's already a multimillionaire. Not to the guy who's not an actual Bigfoot investigator, in my view, and in the view of many other people. He's just someone who I don't know. I don't know how well their viewership is, but if you look in a lot of genre areas, I mean, you got shit like, was it? What was I looking at? Tim Pool, for example. Has more viewers than like goddamn CNN and shit. Stuff like that. That's saying something. People don't want to see your bullshit on TV anymore, and so some of they want to try and come over on YouTube and then and invade here, and that's fine. You're free to do that, but we're free to say some shit to you. Say why you're a failure, why you need to just go back to fuck where you were, or let your career die, or go do, I don't know, go make some other bullshit. I don't care, but you guys at the very least are a failure, and at the worst you have been just using the subject to make money, and you don't actually care about finding anything, and you've possibly been gatekeeping the truth. You had it because we were screwed before the internet. We were totally screwed, right? Before the internet, we had to watch your shit. We had a limited number of channels, and that's all we could goddamn watch. So you had us. We were trapped. But now we're not trapped anymore, motherfuckers. And you can't stop us from talking. You can't shut us up. See, we weren't allowed. We weren't allowed on TV. They wouldn't have allowed me on TV for damn sure. But now we're out here. And not just on YouTube, but Rumble and BitChute and Odyssey are the three channels places where my channel's at too. So whenever YouTube tries to censor my ass, the shit still goes up over there. It doesn't go away. And Rumble, I think, is possibly going to start really exploding. So BitChute if they get their shit together, but don't want to mention that. I know I'm way behind and pulling in money. Seriously, trying to follow you. Dude, he's a fucking director, man. Like, they pay you to put those documentaries on TV. Squatch Talk says, I was very disappointed in Les Stroud with the Bigfoot stuff for sure. Yeah. I mean, and even like, because I showed those clips on here from Joe Rogan talking about this, and I mean, he was playing nice because I mean he likes Les Stroud and stuff, but it was kind of funny the criticisms he had. If any of these people were going to be legit, it was going to be Les Stroud, right? But what fucking happened? Now, I'm pretty goddamn sure Bigfoot's real, and a lot of you are. I think you are, Pat. Sure that Bigfoot's real. So how the fuck did Les Stroud not find Bigfoot? Unless he was just doing that for the money, because people want to watch that shit on TV, and there's still a bunch of people out there they want to watch that shit. I didn't watch it. I will not watch it. I've seen clips. A lot of this shit, I only look at clips anymore because I'm sick. I'm sick of it. Goddamn sick of it. I would have been glued to the TV 20 years ago, on Bigfoot stuff, but and any kind of monster cryptid stuff, right? But not anymore. Not anymore. I'm sick of their bullshit. But so either he was just doing it for the money, or he was told not to find shit. It's like, look, you can do a show, and maybe you find some shit, but you're not allowed to show it on TV. And if that happened, I would think that Les Stroud would find a way to tell us anyway, but he didn't. So I don't trust Les Stroud. Fuck that. Pine Island says, so if you have money, you should automatically be able to prove Bigfoot. That's I just seen. Dude, is it real? If it's real, and the dude's got the resources he has, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. People are like, people are fine with all these other conspiracies about Bigfoot. Jumping through portals. It comes from another. It's an alien. It's telepathic, and the government's hiding all that shit. But they can't. That something is extremely mundane is what I'm saying. Is that the there's the conspiracy really is that the government doesn't let the documentarians like these shows, they don't allow them to actually find Bigfoot. They're like, look, you can look. If you find anything, you're not allowed to show it. If you show it, we'll fucking kill you or whatever the fuck they threaten them with. Any other conspiracy's fine. The government's hiding the fact that Bigfoot or interdimensional, mind-speaking aliens and all this other bullshit covered in goddamn flying squirrels. But this extremely mundane idea that the reason why the documentaries don't find this race of people living in the woods, just a big hairy race of people, nothing magical. The reason why they don't ever show or find them is because they're not allowed to. Very, very, that's not believable. But psychedelic fucking a flying squirrel covered interdimensional portal hopping fucking mind speaking alien predator goddamn cloaking whatever the fuck else you got for me, that's believable. Holy shit. Shadow government engineered, you reckon? No, Mr. Lee, there ain't no dog, man. Prior versus Lockbeard, all that bullshit is grist for the conventions they love so much. Yeah. Fucking you don't see me at conventions, right? Because just fucking commercial bullshit, man. That's all it is. Green Pulse says, wait, you're trying to control the agenda. Wow, you're trying to siphon, I think you mean there, all the money. I'm game on. How can we help you cipher the money instead? Should we spread mangy Bobo story? No, I'm just obvious. Look, that was obviously a goddamn joke. but I mean, get some discernment here. That was a goddamn joke. But the idea that finding Bigfoot was an absolutely ridiculous bunch of bullshit, and yeah, and they shouldn't have named it Finding Bigfoot. They didn't find shit. So, am I trying to control the agenda? No, I'm just stating my point here. You didn't see someone like me saying this kind of stuff on TV, though, did you? You saw everyone's just pushing their Bigfoots out there and then various ridiculous theories about them, never actually finding shit, hooting and hollering at the woods, beating sticks on fucking trees and shit, acting like a bunch of goofballs. That's it. Oh, and don't forget structures. Man, we got structures too. Sasquatch America the other night. Need proof, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee says Bigfoot conventions seem so boring to me. Yeah, you just go there to buy Bigfoot figurines and listen to people's, a lot of times lying. Like I told you guys before, like it was at a convention, I guess, where Debbie Jones played stolen audio and claimed it was hers. And then when she got confronted about it, and then she tried to claim, "Oh, I got my files mixed up." You didn't get your files mixed up. There was someone else's voice on the audio, and you're going to tell us that you got that file? No, you tried to use someone else's audio, and you got caught. And then Beast TV helped you, allowed you to lie on their channel. Remember, there are two different channels, but they allowed her to lie about it on one of their channels. Gary says, like, wow, I'm the only one who can. Donald says, Tree Knox came from Moneymaker, if I'm not mistaken. Michael says, Pat, Les said he was sorry he disappointed you. Mr. Lee says, Raptor, I know I don't really like him, though. Cliff Brockman, I don't think I spelt that right. Cliff Brockman, yeah. That's just another one. They don't find it on purpose. Donald says flying squirrels are good with Bigfoot sauce. Yeah. Tracy Bennett, our lieutenant governor is a squatch. He looks like one. Even has the pointy head. Fentanyl fetter squatch. Chessboard says, Lockbeard, did Kagan say extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence? Yes. Yes. They do require extraordinary evidence. Green Paul says, I'm game and for helping Lockbeard siphon all the money. I don't want to siphon all the money to me. I want the goddamn truth. I want the goddamn truth about it. And these guys have been hiding it, you know, or not trying to find it, or just purposely. But all they're doing is presenting the search for the mysterious creature. They never actually find shit. They'll say, well, we got some hair samples. Well, how do we know? Because you're claiming you had those samples tested. We don't even know for a fact you had those samples tested, right? You claim you did. And even if you did, you might say, well, they tested this, this, and this, and they got contaminated, or they had this in it, or what. Man, you could have. We don't know. We don't know. There needs to be actual, scientific literature on this, but I bet you're not going to find any on any of these shows where they say, oh, we found some hair, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what? But have you proven anything? You haven't proven shit. Oh, we got sounds in the woods. Well, no one's seen Bigfoot make any sounds that we can 100% confirm and get scientists to go out and reliably and repeatedly be able to observe these things. We don't have science on it, so we can't confirm that Bigfoot makes any sounds. I mean, I'm sure they probably do, but all these sounds that people claim is Bigfoot, well, you don't have proof of that. Yeah, whatever, Green Pulse. Actually, or Batman says, WTF, why doesn't a Brit be mad being called British? That seems odd. Mr. Lee made a big stink about it. No reason a Bigfoot millionaire should get richer. Lockbeard should cash in on being real and logical and unbullshitty. Yeah, well, he specializes in the bullshit. Tell him to actually find Bigfoot. He might now because he's getting called out, I don't see a lot of people doing that with him, but they need to do it with every single person that's responsible for any kind of Bigfoot documentaries or any kind of cryptid or paranormal phenomena, because if with the resources they had at their disposal and they didn't find shit, that's by design. It's got to be designed by design. Mr. Lee says, Mom, how would Derek McManus feel if you called him British? Joe says to Donald, if at this point you still have anxiety just talking about it, then don't push it. Someday you'll be able to. Grasshopper says Britain is colonial name. Some take it personal for obvious reasons. Damn, I am way behind, so I'm going to have to do a lot of skipping. Green Paws is just going full tilt. If you guys want to see Green Paws giving me the business, you can just read what Green Paws has to say in chat later, or if you probably already have, or people watching it later. I don't know. Good dude. Donald says, Joe, I have to tell you, I'd be like Mark was on BO. I don't want to portray myself in that light. Lil Kelroy said if people had any sense at all, they simply wouldn't watch those dumbass shows. Yeah, Dragon Slayer was a good movie. Fuck those worker guys that get away with it. He ain't scared of the wokeness. You have the feds who are listening. Fuck the feds too. Those guys are morons too. Mr. Lee says, Donald, I'm only joking, fella. Chessport says, I'm sure that was Lockbeard in Pirates of the Caribbean at the World's End. Was it me? What says, who is Count Hajicek? When's he coming at home? When's he at home? I don't know. I don't know when he's at home. Can anyone share anything new about Bigfoot in the last 20 years? Yeah, not a goddamn thing, I don't think. They invent stuff. They create stuff, right? Oh, structures. Oh, that's a Bigfoot sound. Oh, we think Bigfoot is covered in fluorescent flying squirrels. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but that was actually a fucking thing just a while back. Holy shit. Sounds like he's from Romania somewhere. You can't find the damn thing, but you're sure that they probably covered in fluorescent flying squirrels. That's nice. Ready? You'll know it. Not that I've heard. Donald says, I heard you were bad luck. Shame on you. Oreos on my, yeah, I ate a whole package of them yesterday. It fucked me up. In fact, last night I woke up because there was a commotion out here, like 2 a.m. I think, and I would have like turned the camera on, but I just had to lay back down. My blood sugar was so fucked. But I thought the dogs like had an animal or something back there, but it turned out they were fighting each other. Because I don't know what the hell that dead animal was. It was so goddamn mangled, I couldn't tell what the fuck it was. It was just a bloody goddamn mess. And when I walked over there, the old dog had it and was not letting the young dogs have whatever the fuck it was. She even grabbed when I walked up, but I don't think she would never bite me. I don't think, but she wasn't letting the other dogs have it. But I should have filmed some of that, but because usually that dog seems so easygoing, but she was like, "Fuck you guys, this is mine." They got me for a second. Not anyone. Yeah, no one really knows, but come on, man. They they have the resources they have, just like the government failing at stuff. They have unlimited resources, unlimited knowledge. They know how everything, like they know everything there is to know. And they know damn good and well that something's not going to work before they do it, and it doesn't work. They know damn good and well, but they do it anyway because there's ulterior motives, right? Or Dogman's ass Lockbeard. Chessboard says, rushed this from last night. It was gone. Joe says, yeah, just I got it clean. So I'm in the process of editing it. It's still processing and editing. You couldn't challenge it and tell, I mean, because usually I'd like challenge it. And most time they drop it, or if they don't drop it, it's still on there. But it says it doesn't affect the video at all. The Angel says just where he got copyright strike, he was trying to get it back up Saturday night. Roger says that Ernie, the subject of Bigfoot in the past 20 years, has been blown out of proportion so bad. The ones that are actually looking for it, I doubt they'll ever put it out, their evidence, unless it's solid. Yeah. Well, I mean, if I got any evidence at any point, I would probably put it out, but I'd be like, look, um, I mean, it depends on what it is. If I seen it with my own eyes and I'm pretty certain, well, not pretty certain, 100% certain what I'm looking at. And most time in the woods, I am. Just because I've just these things are interest to me. I've just seen so many different animals, and like like snakes. A lot of people, they'll say they're certain. I know what kind of snake that is, and well, they don't actually know, and they haven't studied them. Like I have, and I've talked about that before, where I've had people swear them down. It was, well, that's a cottonmouth, and I'm like, no, it's not cottonmouth. That's a Graham's water snake, or one of the, or sometimes if I don't know the exact species, it's an, I might give the genus or something, but yeah, uh, if you don't know what it is, like if I get a video and I don't know what it is, well, it could just be a fucking cougar ducking in the brush, so it's not worth showing as something. um like as if it's Bigfoot or something. You just don't do that. But let's say I got a good look at it. I know for a goddamn fact that it's an upright hominid. I might, but the video doesn't show it very well. I would probably go ahead and just show it to everybody. Say, look, I couldn't get good video of it because, as everyone knows, when you see something in the woods, by the time you pull your camera out, there's nothing left but a blur of whatever animal it is disappearing into the brush half the time. So I'd probably risk it, but say, look, I'm not taking a hard stance on, if y'all don't believe me, don't believe me. There's no reason you should. If you don't know me well enough to know if I'm just bullshitting you or I had a dude in a suit in the woods, I mean, that's just the fucking reality. The reality is that my account and even my video isn't really going to be good enough to prove shit to anybody at the end of the day. We need actual physical science. We need a body. We need a body. So, yeah. Rafferty. Rep says apologize for this, but I never did like Patrick Vaughn. I always thought he was full of crap. Well, I mean, it just adds up to full of crap, Man spread Joe got the blame. She man spread and Joe got the blame. What? Mr. Lee says Raptor crazy peeps that big up themselves too much do my head in. What the hell are you talking about, Mr. Lee? Joe says, why are you apologizing for not liking someone, Raptor? There are people out I don't like, and I'm not sorry. Steve Ishtal is one of them. Yeah, what's that? What's his channel called? How to read emails? How to read emails? Michael says, Miss Rafferty, it's hard to guard. Brandy says, damn, I'm way behind. I gotta skip over some stuff. There's some streams eventually going to life changes at the moment. Raptor said never bleed him on Pat's channel. Donald says, Pat, did you believe Vaughn the whole time? Do you think he's legit? I've seen him, the Bigfoot Explorer videos. He was on there. So much misinformation about wood knocks on there. Western. Yeah, that was Vaughn. Or no, that wasn't Vaughn. That was Nikki. Okay, if someone gave you $1 million to prove Bigfoot, could you do it? How long would it take you? There's too many factors to there's too many it's hard to there's too many factors there. I think that what would happen is that yes, there would, because the only way this thing is secret right now is if the government's like making a secret. So they're going to show up and try to shut my shit down. So the reality is if someone gave me $1 million to find Bigfoot, that's my death sentence. That's my goddamn death sentence, because I'm going to go out there, I'm going to try and they're going to realize that no matter what to do, I'm going to fucking reveal this shit and they're going to fucking kill me. That's what's going to happen. Guaranteed. Good question. Says Mogs. Welcome to the chat, Mogs. Government doesn't have that power lock. Them dudes have some power, man. They run the world. They run the whole world. Skip. Bear Grylls. I don't know. Haven't heard about that. Miss Brandy says, yes, I've told you 1,000 times. Bigfoot shapeshift into orbs and ride spaceships like surfboards. Everybody knows that. Donald says, don't forget the orb butter. Yeah, we got orb butter. Orb bubber. Trying to catch up on. It's. I'm sorry if you get your comment skipped, but Joe says I like Bigfoot figurines, but don't tell Gary behind me he is a figurine. He gets upset. Yeah, yeah. If you like that kind of stuff, that's one thing. I don't particularly care for that kind of stuff, but some people do. Um, but you're not going to learn anything at a Bigfoot conference that's going to get you any closer to the discovery of Bigfoot, any proof of Bigfoot, nothing, not a goddamn thing. It's just not there. It's just not there. Celebrity in the Jungle. Ghost. It's Gary Johnson. All rubbish, just TV, man, says Mr. Lee. Donald says, I could prove the existence or non-existence of a cool million. Pocket half, buy the tech with the other, spend a bit of time in the woods, come out and say no existence is simple. Yeah, I mean, you totally could do that. I think as long as you, I mean, you're gonna have to, it's gonna take you some time. Like because to truly prove the existence, you got to come up with methodology for reliable, repeatable observation that other scientists can follow and do the same, right? We're not talking about just taking pictures with goddamn cameras as far as actually proving the existence, right? So people are like, because I don't know what people are thinking when they say prove the existence. If they're thinking video, no, we need the physical evidence and the ability to be able to take a team of scientists out and be able to reliably and repeatedly observe them in the wild. That's actually pretty difficult, but so that makes me think that in a lot of cases what we're dealing with is people just don't want to do this. They just don't want the science is too hard. They don't want to do it. It's easier just to make some spooky documentary about this thing, we can't fucking find it, and make their cool million making ridiculously stupid Bigfoot documentaries. Script, yeah, they're just following the script. Chessboard says Donald, $1 million today is chump change in our world. Yeah, need some more money. Yeah, it's gonna take more. I tell you what, it's probably gonna make a lot more than that if you do discover them. Never watched them, to be honest. But I wouldn't count on it. I think the government's probably gonna step in. The reality is they probably know where every last one of them are. They probably know exactly where last one of them are. They probably have made contact with them and made sure that they understand that they are to remain hidden. And if they fuck that up, we come in and kill your tribe, kind of situation. Because the government has a long history of wiping out tribes, right? We know they do it. They always did it. And there's no reason to think that they wouldn't do the same to Sasquatch people if they didn't follow the rules by make for damn sure you stay out of sight. And what their reasoning behind it, I don't know. All I know is that the very fact that the government denies they exist and doesn't reveal that they exist, that says something. They're hiding it for a reason, whatever their reason is. Burn to that in a heartbeat. Donald says, "Yeah, I bet I could just say they don't exist, and we are having psychiatric episodes." I'm at that point now. What says Mr. Lee? Okay, I have a look at some point. How far behind am I? 10 minutes now. I'm catching up a little bit. I'm having to skip a lot, I know. Beat your ass. Prairie Fire says there seems to be a real push by influencers to force connections between orbs, UFOs, ghosts, and Bigfoot. I think this is yet another attempt to enlarge the victim pool for cultivation. Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I want to push against that as much as possible. I mean, and look what's happening. Like the other night, they were talking about Rick Dyer he's restarting his bullshit. Rick Dyer. I mean, we all know the guy's completely full of goddamn shit. But apparently the world of TikTok doesn't know that the guy is full of goddamn shit. And and presenting the hoaxes that he got caught in before, like he's presenting them again as if they're real. He got caught in them. He admitted that all of it was fake on Nikki's channel. He admitted that. So I mean, but yet he's over on TikTok now, and he's talking about how I'm the greatest Bigfoot hunter, or investigator, or whatever, researcher of all time. I mean, that's what he's literally saying. Timmy boy, what's up, man? What's up with all these damn wrenches? Well, it just made it easier to deal with the goddamn bots. English horror yesterday. Maybe I'm into that stuff. She has 6-inch heels. Timmy boy, grab a wrench. The lock has been generous with them. As long as everybody that gets a wrench just understands we're a free speech zone. Looking to get timed out. Not seen, but funnily enough, Dog Soldiers was on again midweek. Why not? Raptor says it, Tanny Boy. I got a blue wrench on Lockbeard's channel. Go figure that one out. Hope you're doing good. Well, you can show the other ones how it's done, Raptor Crazy. You're not. Hopefully, you're not going to abuse your wrench, right? You're not going to abuse it. Jen's here. Welcome. Watch horror movie the Black Phone rubbish. Always bone. Tim Boy says always bones. I was going to start in with the. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Never heard of that. Black Phone. B-Lin says hello again. Finally done for a bit. JT says Raptor didn't like Vaughn. No way. Who would have figured that out? Yeah, seriously. And where is he now? Where is he? He's run away. He's blocked me for some goddamn reason. I wasn't even going hard on him. I started going hard on him a little bit after he blocked me. What the fuck did I say that he blocked me? But just so everybody knows, if you block someone on the internet, that means you ran away like a little bitch. That means you ran away like a little bitch if you block someone on the internet. So, and you're not doing anything. If I really cared what you had to say, I can watch you in incognito mode or from a different account, because I got other accounts. I can still watch you if I gave a shit what you had to say, but since you're insignificant, and typically these people that block you are absolutely full of shit, I really don't care what you say. So yeah, do block me. I don't want to look at your shit anyway. Meredith says, yes, I know, Mr. Lee. I missed everything. Shampoo me. Shampoo you? What? Meredith, Florida, especially Donnie. For the storms die out. Yeah, they'll go away. Look, I know a lot of people are trying to act like, oh, this is a big storm, blah, blah, blah. Let's see some big shit going on. No. Big hurricanes happen every so often. That's it. There's nothing unusual going on here, other than humans just keep choosing to live in places that want to fucking kill you sometimes. Yeah, bad hurricanes happen sometimes. That's it. There's nothing special going on. No man-made global warming happening. It's not goddamn happening. It's not you understand. Hopefully everybody understands. It's not goddamn happening. They lied about that. That was another one of their scams. Timmy Boy says no BU wrenches too. What's really going on, guys? Dog Soldiers Hop. Tell us something. I don't know. Man, I started to make progress. I stopped skipping. Ate autocorrect shampoo. Tim Boy, I basically begged for a wrench. You didn't beg for a wrench, did you? What have y'all done with Lockbeard? Says Timmy Boy. That's what jealous all your wrenches. I'm sick to my stomach. Don't be jealous, Timmy Boy. Pay your taxes, get your wrench. Yeah, pay. Yeah, you do. Yeah, everybody needs to pay their imperial taxes. So go to my PayPal. Meredith says I meant shame on me, not shampoo. Yeah, we kind of figured that. But I mean, you might still want Mr. Lee to shampoo you. I don't know. That's y'all's business. Make sure you use conditioner after you shampoo. Jen says I said hi in the group intro. Uncle Bones, big guy, excluding these ghosts. Gary going on about the ghost again. Meredith says, Jen, it's easier to say big hello to everyone once. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Got a gig. Oh, is Joe already gone? Is Joe still here or gone? Yeah, we seen it. We seen it, Timmy Boy. We have seen it. I'm not going to show it on here. My interest is pretty low, really. I don't really give a fuck. Whatever. I mean, of course they're fighting. Everybody, please cast a spell on them, though, before you go to bed tonight. Cast a spell. Some of those people are spooked by magic, I guess. But West says the government has a history of wiping out small businesses as well, but that's another topic. Oh yes. That's part of what the 2020 fraud virus was about, wasn't it? Destroying a lot of small business. Not friends anymore. B. Lynn says, Lockbeard, I had my headphones on the entire time I was away from chat. I got some funny looks from my family. I was lolling at some of what you said you were reading. Oh, so, there was part of it, like, because in the, yeah, so there was one thing I didn't say. There was one joke I didn't say. It was in the little presentation I was reading from. That involved the third generation tracker. So you might jump back and see that. Meredith says, Gary Johnson, I'm afraid to see the big guys face to face. I'm only 5'2", so it wouldn't be face to face. Yikes. Yeah. Lil Kilroy says, Old Bear supposedly already killed 3 Bigfoot. Give him a few bucks and he will kill another for you. Yeah, see? Yeah. Fucking full of shit. Full of shit, man. Giggity. Yeah. Hopefully Joe's still here. Because she's just walking our planet. The fly crawl have their space. Mine's out of the gutter. Neither theory has any evidence to support it. Just saying. Well, no. Well, look at it like this. Like, okay, do you believe they're real or not? And if you believe they're real, if you feel like we got enough credible physical evidence, footprints and stuff like that, and enough credible witnesses who tell an account like Joe's or Jay Fritz's, where it's nothing crazy happened. It was just a big hairy dude in the woods. Just a big hairy dude in the woods. A reasonable story, a plausible story. So at that point, like, for anyone to suggest that the government can't know that they're out there, that's just not. That's fantastic. That's unbelievable. If they're out there, the government definitely knows they're out there, and they're hiding it. We just went through this with UFOs, though, right? Because they just flat out were denying UFOs are real, even though people were seeing it and filming them and all that shit. And of course, now they're admitting it, and of course that doesn't tell you what they are, right? Are some of them may be aliens, some of them may be somebody else on the planet that's intelligent, not being human. Some of it may be government hardware, stuff like that. But it's far more reasonable than fucking portal jumping, orb farting, Bigfoot crawling with psychedelic flying squirrels. Yeah. Meredith says Beeline Raptor only because mine was. Donald says, is the remnants of the storm hitting the northeast or is it dying down? Raptor says, Meredith, when you said washing up soap bubbles, that's my mind went. Quick apologize. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, you get my email examples of fabulous hair helmets similar to Doug. Yes, I did. I got your email, Mr. Lee. It's like rain, bring rain up the coast, but not much for us. Not much for us. Donald says, Angel, hate to see the foliage get blown away. B-Land says, Lockbeard Oops, first of the month. Here's my rent and taxes, my Blue Ranch. Just rain. Meredith says, hello to everybody. Welcome, Meredith. Joe says, hey, not trying to take people away, but Sean is doing a show tonight as well. And a bit, jump in, chat when y'all are done here. Show the man some love. Yeah, we certainly will. What time's he coming on? Close to. I'm almost caught up in chat. Joe, are you still here? I got a new video. I mean, for you. Well, where'd it go? I mean, here's the one I had for you. Here's your new one.
You, sir, are officially an Uber driver.
Let's see, where was that? Yeah, we'll definitely be heading over there shortly, or a lot of us will be. Peak weekend here. Donald says Vault has 2 Gugway down in Washington and 400 rounds wasted on Dogman. Yeah, that was fucking crazy, wasn't it? Invincible Dogman. I think it was the name of the live stream where we talked about that I did here, Lockbeard Phenomena, Invincible Dogman, because apparently Raptor like shoots them and the bullets just bounce off. Tomorrow night and then Wednesday. Lots of green here. Want my wrench? Chessboard wants his wrench. Also, Lock, you should play that video. It's pretty cool. Which video? What video? Wait a minute. You talking about? Got a bunch of videos on my mind here. Live in 10 minutes. Bell Preppers here. Welcome. Chessboard needs a wrench. It's all paid for. Is it paid for? Has he paid his imperial taxes? Let me see here. Holy shit. Chat's flying on because I jumped on. I ain't been looking at it at YouTube, so when I jumped over there, it just starts flying like crazy. Needs to freaking stop. Okay, I think I got it to stop. There we go. Yeah. Okay, chessboard, you get a wrench. I thought I gave Raptor Crazy a wrench before. Didn't I give Raptor Crazy a wrench? Thought I did. Hand out some more wrenches here, I guess. Yep. All right, how's that look? If somebody wants to post something to Sasquatch about Link, I guess he's going on at the top of the hour. So you guys can jump over there and we'll get the fuck out of here in a few minutes. Rex says I'm late. I just flew in. The boy, my arms are tired. welcome, Rex. Welcome, Rex. There's a bug going about lately. Says what? Better soon. P. Lynn says Lockbeard Timmy Boy paid up too. Yeah. Yeah, but I gave him a wrench too. I gave him a wrench too. I don't know who else. This is whoever was right there. Brandy says, "Oh my God, Raptor, are you going?" I didn't see Brandy's name. I was gonna get Brandy one. Are you going to block me? He's not gonna block you. Raptor doesn't like people blocking people. That's been his whole gripe this whole time. Poison yourself. It was my own fault. No bug. You got food poisoning or something, Mr. Lee? Want to be special? Play the shit. I gotta turn Facebook back on for that, I think. Hold on. That's gonna take a little bit. Donald. Oh, shit, this thing is so... All the CIA satellites are linking that, Donald. All right. Let's see here. So don't everybody jump out just yet. We got this and then one more thing. One more thing we need to look at. Yep. So just a cat. Just a kitty cat. I think most people will agree. Wait a minute, what happened? What do you mean, what happened? If you can dodge a wrench, you got a dodgeball. Tim Boy says, I'm so confused. Why are you confused? You didn't want a blue wrench on this channel, only on the other one. Oh. Well, you got one, I guess. All right, there's something about going about late, unless it's a spike in COVID. Yeah, that thing ain't real. Raptor gets a wrench. Yeah. Raptor says, Brandy, I'm going to block you. Better. Better than that. I love you. Reflection in the glasses looks spooky. Yeah. Is that better? Oh man, the screen is bright from that. More wrenches. Totally in the dark, just tiny bits of lights in glasses. Yeah. Tim Boy says mountain lion. Yeah. Just a kitty. Just a kitty cat. Get your attention. Yeah. Brandy says, am I the only one that was screaming back at that thing? Raptors, I think you hope you as well. So got one more video to look at. Some of y'all may have seen this. I've disavowed this person to some extent, but you know, we look at fictional movie trailers. We might as well look at this one, which has probably got a lot of fiction bullshit in it. Stop myself. Doing good, very much. So we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna slide out, and everybody, hopefully, I'll see a lot of you at Something to Sasquatch About channel. Or unless you all want to comment about this.
This is the location of a missing hunter.
So it looks like people are snatched up off the ground, and then some of them are dropped back miles and miles away.
For thousands of years, the human species has looked to the skies in amazement at unidentified objects. We are staring at unconventional possibilities supported by witnesses, video, and most recently, our own government. I have investigated hundreds of cases that push the limits of standard everyday police protocol.
The three witnesses saw this object picking up the elk.
There was no cable, nothing discernible holding the elk to the craft.
I know what happened to me. It happened in 1974. Next thing I know, I was in this cubicle.
In many stories, children are right there, and then the next second they're gone. After reading thousands of reports, I started to document what is called profile points. The number one profile point is lack of scent trail.
It was unusual that they had that many tracking dogs and never found a track.
The more you hear, the stranger the story gets. Why send a SWAT team on a missing person case?
When I saw that, that's when I, went down on my knees.
They are connected to extra-dimensional beings. Those are real. How do you explain to a grieving family that something paranormal may be tied to the disappearance?
What's it? Water. Yeah, Uncle Bones put the link in. Wasn't terrible locking. No need for lawyer involvement. Yeah, man. I mean, what the hell did I say? What the hell did I say? But again, lawyers gonna laugh about this. So they're like, seriously, you make shows about fucking aliens and Dogman and shit, and and you're a public figure, and you're gonna try and threaten this guy with some kind of bullshit like that? Yeah, it ain't gonna work. So yeah, so he should be starting up. So let's get out here. I'll see you guys over there. Yeah, Something to Sasquatch About is the name of the channel. Thank you guys for coming, and see you next time.